2012 Camry is the first car from Toyota to feature their new Entune system. This is one of the most ambitious of the in-car app platforms. The way it works is you install the Entune app, a master app if you will, on your smartphone, Android, iPhone, I believe BlackBerry as well. And all you see there is the Entune screen. That though means you are connected, and then from the cloud this car pulls through your phone 5 popular apps. You've got Bing, which of course is Microsoft's search engine. Notice that when I get a result, it's going to be oriented toward navigation and very simplified, so I can go to it if I want to. And while Bing does have voice command, that little icon on the top of the screen, I find that it's about half as good as what I've got on my Android phone. Now, Google's voice command on their phones is the best, but this isn't really even close. In fact, let's compare these two head-to-head for experience, results, and speed, just to see how they go. I'm going to try and start both the voice commands of Google on Android and Bing on Entune at the same time, and you can see how they come back and what they bring us. I'll use the same search term for both. I'll speak simultaneously. CBS Interactive. Okay, I got the result on the Toyota Entune system significantly later, and I haven't even gotten to navigation yet. You saw how much faster it was? And I'll tell you, about half the time the Entune system knows what I'm talking about. About 90% of the time or more, the Google system knows what I'm talking about. So there's a bit of a gap in the performance here for voice-based search to nav or search to call, but they're on the right path. iHeartRadio is the streaming version of the stations that are run by Clear Channel, the biggest group of radio stations in the country, so you can tune around and listen to stations in other markets wherever you're driving. I find the buffering and the load time on that app in particular is very slow. When I'm changing stations, looking for stations, launching the app, it takes forever. Once it starts streaming though, I found the quality was robust, but it also seemed to be taking a lot of headroom on my phone, as you might imagine, so other things like email and text seem to be slower to come in or occasionally cause this to hiccup. Note that when I'm on iHeartRadio, I do not have any way to drive that via voice. This is common to a lot of these Entune apps, and the voice button here on the wheel does not get you there. This is only for the old legacy voice commands. So a lot of times you'll be driving along, that will lock out a lot of the features so you don't get distracted, and you're kind of stuck just letting it play or turning it off. That's a design flaw. MovieTickets.com is like Fandango. You can look for movies and even buy tickets when there's a little gold ticket displayed alongside the film. You can look by location, nearest theaters, or hit the Movies button. One thing I don't have is a search for title. There's nothing like that here where I can type in the name of a movie. That makes this a little bit laborious to drag through and try and find what I'm looking for. OpenTable, you know, look for restaurants, make a reservation, see some ratings. When I'm moving, these buttons blank out. So this becomes useless unless you have a history of restaurants. This all gets locked out, and there's no voice command on this one either. And Pandora needs the least introduction. And you can also send and sync destinations to the car, which is a nice feature as well. Now note this. Notice these arrows on the left and right. Clearly, Toyota's built in the ability to move to additional panels in the future of more apps. But I believe their strategy is going to be always curating the apps so that you can't drop what you want in there from, let's say, the Android or iOS market. They're going to come in through this master app on the smartphone. So overall, this is a very ambitious system. The key goodness in it: the cloud brings down a basket of 5 managed and curated apps, and they've chosen good ones. And the fact that it's a very well done interface is also very solid. The installation of this app was very robust. I put this in, I set up an account on a Toyota website, and I entered my vehicle's VIN number. I didn't have to screw around with a bunch of Bluetooth on, Bluetooth off, monkey business. So that part's all solid. On the downside, too much is locked out when the car is moving from both physical control or even voice control. And finally, some optimization of the cloud backend to make things load and snap a little faster. I'm pretty sure that's coming just as a general release improvement because this is a 1.0. So look for this in various Toyota vehicles. This one has great potential. I'm looking forward to seeing the 2.0.